What the Have you ever seen this? All over both tanks. Look at them all. Whoever did this must have been Asian or European, because look, exactly 2mm holes drilled all over. Metric. Both tanks are ruined. I wonder if they were Canadian. Ugh. So yeah, both expensive, out-of-production tanks have been ruined. This happened over the course of a few weeks, and not a single thing on the security cameras. One of the tanks is empty, so let's pull her into the shop and do some forensics. Shit. It was the other tank. This was my last clean pair of church pants. This garage floor had so much more paint on it when I moved in. Here's a riddle for you. The bucket is full, and the gas tank is half full, and I can't take my finger off to go get a bucket. Send help. Always put a piece of hose on it so you can clamp it off if you need to, and more importantly, so you can actually aim the stream. I would like to take this time to thank my dad for my Y chromosome. Ladies, I don't know how you do this. I've got my homemade air compressor hooked up to my homemade smoke tester. Let's see what's what. We got a live one. We've got dozens. Oof. Let's try the driver's side. Not as Swiss cheesy. But yeah. I've actually seen these sorts of holes before. Not on my expensive lawn equipment, but on my firewood. So what's the connection between a vandalized plastic gas can and a bunch of bucked ash trees? Booze and beetles. The camphor shoot borer is a tiny invasive Asian beetle in the weevil family that came to the eastern United States around the beginning of the millennium, right around the same time this mower was built. They're attracted to ethanol, which is produced by the bacteria found in stressed and dying trees. They bore little 2mm holes into the tree where they grow the symbiotic fungus that they feed on. They're little burrowing farmers, which is fascinating and not helpful in the least. Here in PA, it's hard to find gas without a lot of ethanol in it, usually about 10%, which is awesome because it has half the shelf life of straight gas, requires tons of farmland, herbicides, and synthetic fertilizers, and ethanol requires 29% more energy than it's capable of even generating. It's also hydroscopic, which works great with our humid as balls summer weather. And it gives me plenty of opportunities to spend time practicing cleaning carburetors because it gums up. And it attracts these cute little f***ers. So yeah, in each one of these holes is a shot borer beetle, but only the most ambitious actually make it all the way through the plastic, where they're rewarded for their superior burrowing skills by fatally drowning to death in gasoline. Natural selection working against them. Good. F*** them. Unfortunately, these tanks are discontinued and new old stock ones cost over $600 each on a 22-year-old mower. Yeah, So to fix it properly would mechanically total it. But I never said I would fix it properly. Since it's basically a total loss at this point, it's time to put on my beer drinking hat and go rednecking. I'm going to poke through and see which ones fully penetrate and mark them with a Sharpie. Some of the holes are obvious because you can see where the leaking gas has washed the plastic clean of tree splooge, and it leaves a little ring stain after the power washing. Fossil fuels got me into this mess, and fossil fuels are going to get me out of it. Well, that did not work. Some plastic just doesn't melt. I'm gonna try something else. Some stinky goop and some self-tapping number 8 screws. Gonna dip the screw in the Permatex and run it down. Number 8 screws are perfect for the shot bore beetle holes, but even if they don't seal, the gasket dressing should form a solvent-resistant gasket around the threads and under the head of the screw. I want to make sure those threads are fully coated. Admittedly, this is a Band-Aid solution. I don't know what I could coat the tanks with to defend against the beetles. Those little bastards wanted to die so badly that they chewed through over an 1/8 inch of solid plastic, so they ain't gonna sweat anything I apply with a brush or a spray can. The hunt for reasonably priced used tanks continue, but in the meantime, it passes the smoke test with flying colors. Now let's see if it retains water weight more gracefully than I do. They make me bloat like a balloon, but I just love these things. They're like crack. It's a Pennsylvania thing, so we're like meth. The drain line is clamped, and the tanks are brimmed. I'll check this in 12 hours, just to make sure everything's nice and tight. Oh, it's got measles. Thanks for watching.